It's always an exciting time when you are bringing a new rabbit into your home. You have a new friend and fuzzy family member to brighten your days. But if you're not ready for your new pet, it can quickly lead to some stressful situations with an unhappy bunny. There's always a lot to think about when you're bringing a new pet home, and rabbits are no exception. You need to be prepared with the right kind of food and appropriate habitat. You'll also need to rabbit-proof your home so you can keep your new bunny out of trouble. There are also other considerations, such as making sure you have the information for a rabbit veterinarian in your area, to be prepared for emergencies. If you're wondering where to start to make sure you bring a happy and healthy bunny into your home, then you came to the right place. As a lifelong bunny owner and a rabbit rescue volunteer, I spend a lot of time working with these cuties and making sure they are prepared to go home with their new families. You can use the list at the end of this video to make sure you have everything you need when you adopt your new pet rabbit. Dietary needs. One of the most important parts of rabbit care is making sure you provide a healthy diet. Rabbits have a sensitive and unique digestive system that you'll need to prepare for. Many products have colorful marketing, making them more enticing to purchase. However, most of these are sugary food mixes that aren't very good for rabbits. A healthy rabbit diet consists of approximately 80% hay, with fresh leafy greens taking up the second highest proportion of their diet. Pellets should only be provided in small amounts, and fruits and vegetables should be given as occasional treats. For adult rabbits, Timothy hay is the best type of hay to give your rabbit. It has the highest fiber content, which is great for a rabbit's digestion. If your rabbit is being picky about Timothy hay, you can give them other grass-based hays, such as oat hay or orchard hay. The only type of hay that you'll want to avoid is alfalfa hay, since this type is much higher in protein and calcium and will often cause weight gain. You also want to avoid giving rabbits any pellet mixes that have a lot of colorful and fruity pieces in them. These are not healthy for rabbits. Instead, opt for dry rabbit food with just plain brown pellets. And give any additional fruit pieces as the occasional rabbit treat. The home base. Most cages sold and marketed for rabbits are actually much too small. Rabbits need enough space to hop around and sprawl out all day long. They need a large enclosure area even when you can't supervise them. A rabbit's enclosure should be at least 3 to 4 times the full length of a rabbit when they are sprawled out. But bigger is always better. Some people will even take steps to free roam their rabbits and allow them free reign of a room in their home. Even if you are planning to free roam your rabbit, I recommend getting an enclosure to act as their home base. This will ensure that your rabbit always has a safe and comfortable place to return to when they want some rest and relaxation. I like to use a pet exercise pen as my rabbit's enclosure. These give rabbits a lot more space, and they are much easier to keep clean than a traditional rabbit cage or hutch. You also want to make sure your rabbit has all the habitat accessories they need inside their enclosure. Items like food and water bowls are of course necessary. You can also choose to have a hay rack, or just include your rabbit's hay pile in their large litter box. Rabbits also need to have a place to hide so that they can feel safe in their home base. Rabbit-proofing your home. Pet rabbits can be little troublemakers. They like to chew and dig on just about anything, so to prepare your home for your rabbit, you'll have to take time to rabbit-proof any room your rabbit will have access to. The most important thing to get out of your rabbit's reach is any wires. Rabbits like to bite through wires and can end up getting electrocuted if they bite a live wire. They are also known to bite through charger cords, leaving you unable to charge up your devices. Luckily, this is one of the easiest problems to solve. If you can't get a wire completely out of your rabbit's reach, you can simply cover the wires with split loom cable coverings. This protects the wire with a plastic covering, but it also makes it less likely that your rabbit will try to go after the wires. The thicker tubing is not as enticing to rabbits, so they usually don't try to use it as a chew toy. Rabbits will also commonly try to chew on baseboards and dig into carpets. It can be a little more difficult to keep your rabbit away from these areas. For baseboards, you can try lining up fencing along the wall. Use storage cube fencing, zip tie them together, and line these up against the wall to keep my rabbit away. Usually, when rabbits go after carpets, it will be in the corners of rooms or around doorways. The best way to prevent your rabbits digging in these areas is by covering them with those plastic mats you would normally find underneath desk chairs. You can also use other mats, area rugs, or even flattened cardboard boxes to keep your rabbit away. Litter training your rabbit. When you adopt a rabbit from an animal shelter, they will often already be litter trained, so you won't have to go through the process of litter training your rabbit. However, most of the time this is not the case. You'll need to be prepared with the supplies you need to teach your rabbit how to use their litter box. The good news is that rabbits are usually quick to start using a litter box. Most of the time they'll pick a corner in their enclosure to use as a bathroom. If you place the litter box in that corner and scoop some of their urine and poop into the litter box, they will understand what it's there for. But of course, some rabbits are very stubborn. They'll need a lot more work to get them to use the litter box. Medical information. When you are first bringing your rabbit home, it's important to be prepared with medical and emergency information. Rabbits need to go to specialized veterinarians who know how to work with small animals since their anatomy is actually very different from cats and dogs. To find a rabbit veterinarian in your area, a great place to start is at the House Rabbit Society Vet List. They have listings for rabbit veterinarians across the US and even include some international locations. The Rabbit Welfare Association and Fund have their own listing for vets in the UK too. I know talking about money is a little taboo, but I also really recommend building an emergency fund for your pet. Vet prices differ depending on your location, but if you have an extra $500, $1,000 set aside, you'll be able to cover most emergencies. If you are able to, you may want to save even more though. A friend of mine had a rabbit who needed a rare surgery that required inpatient care. The end cost came to over $2,000, so the bills can get pretty hefty in emergency situations. If there is absolutely no way you can save up this much money, you may want to look into pet insurance for your rabbit. In most cases, I actually don't recommend rabbit pet insurance unless your rabbit has known health problems. You'll usually end up spending more than you save. But it can be a lifesaver if you cannot afford an expensive emergency procedure. Other important considerations. There are a couple of other important items you'll need for your rabbit. To start with, you'll need a sturdy carrier. Usually small cat carriers are ideal for rabbits, but you'll need to take your new rabbit size into consideration. Many rabbits weigh over 10 pounds and there are even a couple of breeds that reach more than 20 pounds. Toys are another important part of your rabbit's life. They should have a variety of toys available to them for chewing, digging, and foraging. The problem always comes when trying to find toys your rabbit will actually like to play with. The other items that you'll need are grooming items. Unless you want to go to your vet or a rabbit grooming service every few months, you'll want to get a set of nail clippers. You'll also need a comb or grooming glove to help your rabbit lose all that fur during shedding season. You want to use cat litter boxes for rabbits. These are large enough that your rabbit can completely fit inside. If your rabbit is not yet litter trained, then you may want to get multiple boxes to use while they are still learning. If you enjoyed this video, kindly press the like button. Also don't forget to subscribe with notifications on, so that you don't miss out on videos like this. Thank you for watching.